All right, so here's part 2 of the draft cap analysis.
Welcome back, fuckers.
Okay. Hooray! All right, we're going to cover the last 4 teams here, and Adam's going to start off with Harshey.
Harsh's balls of steel. I had his strengths as far as that goes as running back. What really worries me is if something happens to one of his players, injuries. We already see Greg Jennings is a little banged up. Jason Witten. Who are his backups? I don't think that he really has that much depth in his bench. And that's what worries me about it. So,
yeah, I agree. I love the running back core that he's picked up. I mean, you can't go wrong with Arian Foster, Michael Turner. The only thing I don't like is there's no depth there. There is like absolutely no depth. So it's going to be interesting to see, and when you get into that situation, you start talking about picking up a lot of waivers and a lot of trades, and we'll see what happens when all that comes around.
Agreed.
Moving on to Cooper, Immaculate Conception. I love the starting wide receivers that he has. They're real solid. Quarterbacks, they're going to do. They're about average. But I think that's his main problem is the quarterback situation there. You got to have somebody. If Joe Flacco is your number one guy, that's saying something. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback, but he definitely probably could have gotten a little bit higher on that. But let's hope that the tight end situation, the wide receivers pick up those points that you're going to be missing on the quarterback side.
I agree. I mean, I like his starting lineup with McCoy, Julio Jones, and Trent Richardson. What worries me is, and Gronkowski, of course. What worries me is Wallace. When he finally finishes his contract, are they really going to let him play? And I don't think he has any depth or backups. So that's what worries me about that.
What about the league?
Now we're going to move on to
the league
Lisa,
that I got assigned to.
Peyton Manning, Penn State Daycare. Yes, you guys heard that. Mike Powers, Pops Guns, is already bitching about the league he's in, even though he's in the Powder Puff League.
Protest.
So, Penn State Daycare, I actually had her and as a number 1 draft. She had the number 1 draft, and then Ryan was second, in my opinion.
Protest.
For her, though, I think she has a really well-rounded team. If I had to pick one, I would say that I'm not big on the wide receivers. I worry about Fitzgerald with Skelton and Miles Austin. I don't think he's going to have that good of a year. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
I agree. It's a real balanced team. Probably again this is one of the top 4 drafts that I saw this year. This was another one. Real balanced. Everything's good, but there's no no standout. So again, you're not going to get one of those teams where you just got a guy that's putting up half of your points for your team every week. But it's balanced enough that you know what you're in for when you challenge this team week in and week out. You're just going to have a team that these guys are going to the end as far as the year goes, and these guys are going to put up numbers every week. They may not be strong numbers, but boy, if you have a bad week or trip up, you're going to lose. It's just that balanced. So
I think Forteo might blow up, might be that blow-up player that she's missing. So we'll move on to Decker. Show me your TDs.
Decker is definitely one of the ones that I think, again, had he had a good pick despite the fact that he wasn't there. Aaron Rodgers. I like Marshawn Lynch, Andre Johnson, Jordy Nelson. You got all these guys on there. He's strong all around, except for the running back situation. Like I said, I like Marshawn Lynch, but again, he's not one of those top 10 guys. He's going to do, but Darren Sproles, Mark Ingram being out there, you don't know if they're going to be splitting time or what's happening with that. So I think that's his slight weak spot. If you can get past that, this is going to be a really good team. I think he picked all the right people he needed to pick.
I have his strengths as Rodgers, Andre Johnson, Jordy Nelson, and Gonzalez. Other than that, I don't think he really has any depth. I don't like Marshawn Lynch. I think he's going to be pretty weak. Darren Sproles, obviously, he's going to be good for PPR, but I think Decker will be drafting in the exact same spot first. He'll place last in the league again.
Well, that's all we got for this recap. As you can see here, we already have complainers he is so pissed off and so willing to complain that he drove all the way over here just to be in this video and complain. So this is a guy that it's like, boy, if we have the opportunity to, we're just waiting for him to sit there and complain and say, I quit. It's just those 2 words, that's it. And we've got plenty of people lined up. So.
Why would I quit? I was first in my division.
All right, well, we'll see you fucks later.
But the problem is, I'm going to file a protest. I just want to know what the process is to file my protest on how we got assigned different,
You'll just give it to me. You give it to me
Actually, the
after.
protest forms are actually, Sean has those. They're that little white roll, and you just write on it, and he'll take a number
That's
as it
toilet
comes
paper.
down. So, all right, we'll see you guys this year. See you for next couple weeks. We'll let preseason go, and then week 1 we'll be back with our first video.
See you guys.